I just went to our farm store, our local grain mill, and picked up 40 Freedom Rangers. Basically, they are a slow-growing meat chicken breed. You can also keep them for dual purpose. They will lay eggs. Hens will lay 150 plus eggs a year. And to the 40 Freedom Rangers, we have added 35 Cornish Cross. Oh, what's so funny is the feed area is filled with Cornish Cross. I just put them in, and most of the Freedom Rangers are just over here taking a little nap under the heat lamp. Cornish Cross will be ready for butcher in 6 weeks. In 6 weeks, you're going to have probably a 5+ pound bird already. Most people butcher between 8 and 10 weeks, and obviously it's larger. We have had 11-pound Cornish Cross go in the freezer in a matter of 10 weeks or so. What's the matter, little one? Did you lose your friend? You surely have a lot to say. When Trevor, my husband, gets home this evening, we'll definitely need to add a second heat lamp. I don't think they're all going to be able to pile under that one heat lamp. And we definitely need to add a few more waterers, and I think a different feed bowl so they're not standing in it and pooping in it while they're eating. This is just a temporary situation for them here altogether, because these guys over here, the American Bresse, are getting bigger and bigger. And they're going to be ready to go out into their little coop, hopefully by the end of next week. And then we'll separate out these guys. One on one side and one on the other. And these will be our meat birds for the year. They'll fill our freezers and our shelves. I think I'm going to can the Cornish Cross. I mean, you know, they're chicken. They taste like chicken. But I think something is lost because they grow so fast. So other birds just seem to be more flavorful. So if I can them, we will use them in soups and stews and for chicken salad and that kind of thing. And then the Freedom Rangers will be red, and we will part them out and put them in the freezer. In the past, we've been doing just whole birds in the freezer, and while they get used for sure, because we only have 2 or 3 left from last year, I think, it's easier to cook with them if they're parted out already versus having to cook a whole chicken every single time. So we have the nappers over there and the buffet crowd over here. We did have this bigger waterer over here for these little guys, but I think that the rim is too high for them to reach right now. They need to grow a little bit. But obviously this waterer would be better because it would take forever for it to run out. So these guys will be in here until they start to feather out. Cornish Cross, these yellow guys who will be white, it's very rare for them to completely feather out because they spend 98% of their time eating and sleeping. And they don't move around a lot, so they're often on, they are laying on their underside and their breast area. So it's really rare for that to feather out. It's usually bald. Now we did have a few of the Cornish Cross that escaped freezer camp last year, and they did completely feather out, and they integrated in with our egg laying flock, and they started to lay eggs even, which was really nice. Unfortunately, we had a fox disaster, and a fox came in and got our Cornish Cross, who were integrated in with our flock, and also several of our regular egg layers. But they seemed perfectly happy. Everyone will say they get too big, they have internal problems, heart failure, they're too big, they break their legs, and that's true. If all they ever do is stay in a small area, eat and sleep and poop all day. But the ones who integrated in with our flock, they got just as much exercise as everybody else. They were out roaming around. They were rolling around in the grass. They were taking dust baths. They were eating bugs. They were getting lots of sunshine. And they seemed visually very, very happy, running across the field just like everybody else and having a good old life. So I think a lot of it depends on how they're raised. If you're just raising them for meat and you're just going to butcher them in 6, 8, 10 weeks, then they are not going to get to experience a lot of that. But I definitely think that them being able to act like regular old chickens, that they became regular old chickens. It was nice to see. All right, toodaloo for now.